Hi, once again. I hope this is working. Well, it's crazy. This has been a fucked up technology here, Peep. I don't know if anybody's there now. I'm back again. I'm hoping this is working. I don't know what's going on tonight. I apologize for the fuck ups. Uh, so let me try this again. If anybody can hear me. Hopefully you didn't give up on me completely. I've had a weird videos tonight. Once again, my little weird art gallery, my Simpsons, uh, my folks, more paintings, odd stuff. I've had this weird obsession lately with the human hand, so I've been painting a lot of hands, which I'll show them to you. I'm going to ask you guys a question again. What is the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you? If you can answer that, that'd be great. If anybody's there, I don't know what is going on. Yeah, most of them gone pretty smoothly, technically speaking, but not tonight, peeps. So I don't know if you're there, John, or somebody can say hi to me. Let me know if you're there, if this is working or not, or Bennett or anybody, just to say hi. Just let me know I'm coming through or not, because I've had some technical problems today. If anybody's out there, let me know if this is working. That'd be very kind of you. You guys like potatoes? I like potatoes too. I do. I like potatoes. How about you? Do you like corn on the cob and potatoes and Polish sausages? What's your favorite vegetable? My least favorite vegetable is a lima bean. I've had it before, pretty good with curry, but really not my forte. Oh, okay. Asked to touch my hair. Yeah, I ended up shaving my head during the COVID, and I ended up it's starting to grow back a little bit now. But I'm gonna shave it again. What else are we doing? Are you working at all, Lawrence, during this COVID crap? I hope you guys all got a vote. I'm sorry about the technical problems tonight, folks. If anybody's still there, thank you for being there, Lawrence. Nice seeing you, dude. Indirectly. Are you working at all? Everybody gonna vote? Are you worried about COVID? I want to talk to people, and it's hard because I can't figure out if people can talk back or not. You know, asked to touch my hair. Um, all right, touch your hair. Um, but yeah, man, this is like I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight. Technically speaking, I don't know if I'm on or off or what's going on. I'm worried about this election. I'm worried about this election. Oh, okay. Zoom stuff or in person? You teaching with Zoom or internet, or are you teaching in person? Are you getting tested and shit? This is just fucking. I don't know. It's scary either way, right? Because if Biden wins, there's going to be Trump supporters that are really going to be fucking angry, and there's dangerous people. If Trump wins, people are going to be really upset and frustrated. So I don't know what the angle we're going for here, man. We just got to calm down. Aha, thanks, John, because I don't know what was going on there. We had some technical problems. Oh yeah, by the way, John, I will share with you that I will be doing some more Grimm's fairy tales probably next week. I just want to talk tonight, and I want you guys to ask me some questions and tell me some lies. Or what are you most worried about, John, when it comes to after the election? Are you worried about Trump winning? Are you worried about Biden being disappointing? Are you worried about violence after the election? Okay. Yeah, I know, John, but that still scares me. And I'm hoping like hell, because you can't. I'm going to vote a couple. You already voted, right? I'm going to vote the 24th, a couple days from now. But yeah, Biden's already winning. But I wonder again. It's like we can't. We got to push him as far. It's weird when people say push him to the left, but I don't really believe in the left. I believe in reasonable, and I think right now because we've gone so far to the right, that left is just reasonable to me. It's not like some hippie thing, It's like, oh, gee, let's have a new Green Deal. We've ever had on record in California. The worst fires we've ever had on record in Colorado. We've had the worst hurricanes on record in the southeast. So we're like all the greenhouse stuff that you talked about in high school and grammar school. It's happening now. We're living through it. So I don't know what's going to happen. We have to was Biden my first choice? No. But at the same time, I want a reasonable person. I want a reasonable man or woman to run this country. So it's trippy. But yeah, no, I go from being very enthusiastic about Biden win, John, to also just being worried still. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny with the FBI, John, because there was a time you're like going, I never thought a liberal would root for the FBI. But with this Trump thing, you're like rooting for the FBI in a weird way because you want to get him busted. It's scary, dude. His corruption is just terrible. And I told John the other day about this great conversation I had with this military young man who was torn between who he was going to vote for. Because in the history of military, usually votes for the incumbent, especially if he's a Republican. But he was telling me that it ain't going to happen this time. Um, let's see. Yeah, you're right. Biden is. I think you're right, John, about approachable. And I think the scariest thing for me is no matter who's in office, COVID isn't going to. Yeah, you're right. COVID's going to be here for a while. We have to have a master plan. I don't mean that as a master. I mean as a cohesive plan to deal with COVID. Because I mean Obama was right about that yesterday. He goes, listen, no matter who was president, COVID would be really, really tough to deal with. But the fact of the matter is, we elected a guy who was not qualified to walk your fucking dog as the president of the United States. So how do we expect him to deal with COVID? But you're right. The scary thing is COVID. Yeah, I'm worried about it. I've had friends. I don't want to get into all the details because I don't want to get anybody's personal stuff. I have some family members and some friends who have already been affected by COVID, and it is very scary. Man, we need to have a COVID plan. Like a basic plan. It's fucking crazy, right? And by the way, thanks for being patient with me in these computer glitches tonight, people. I want to show you a couple of my hands. I've done 5 so far, and I have one more I'm working on that I'm not going to show you because I don't want to show it to you it's done. But I'm going to show you some hands. I'm going to give you guys a hand for tuning in. I showed this painting before. I'm going to show it again. This is the first of my hands. It's a hand for Lawrence and John for tuning in. There's my first of my hands. We need to get the fascist out, John. You're absolutely right. And that's what makes you so crazy because he's not like a Republican. He's a fascist. Now, do I think some Republicans had some fascist tendencies? Yes. They did some terrible things. But this guy's in your face, ugly. Oh, okay, John. Well, it's cool because this is fucking up, man. We had a lot of technical problems tonight, John. My first hand. Okay, here's my second hand to show you guys. I know they're silly, right? But I like them. And John, tune in late, so we'll be doing some grim stories next week, John, because they're quite good, and I just felt like just talking tonight. And I wanted to ask you a question. What is your least favorite vegetable, and what vegetable you would never want to do without? Yeah. So, what's your least favorite vegetable, and what vegetable would you could never do without? Here's another hand for you. This is kind of a cool one. So that's another hand. Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm like obsessed with hands lately. It's weird. I dig it. I got some other stuff to work on lately. I like that. Thank you, John. Yeah. Really, tell me if you heard this. What's your least favorite vegetable, and what's the one vegetable you never want to do without? Least favorite vegetable, most favorite vegetable. And I mentioned before, tonight's sponsor, Pabst Blue Ribbon, dedicated to Blue Velvet. Dennis Hopper, Blue Velvet. Okay, peas, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are your 4 favorites or 3 favorites. I like those. I know you're a Brussels sprouts guy more than I am. I like peas and curry, peas with a little bit of garlic. I do like broccoli pretty often, steamed with a dash of butter or lemon. So yeah, I like those. Absolutely, they're good. Yeah, man. What's your favorite pie? Oh yeah, by the way, tonight's show is dedicated to Jerry, the Tubin guy. who masturbated on a Zoom. So that's why I'm sitting down, because you don't know I have no pants on. I don't want to embarrass myself. Another hand. Thanks for tuning in. So that's cool. So that's my 4. I got one more to show you. My newest one. Yeah. No, you hate John. I tell you something, John. You had peas with me one time, maybe a couple times at my house when you came to Hollywood, and you said I put peas with some chopped garlic and a little bit of curry and butter. You thought, oh, these peas are acceptable. See, it's how you do it, John. I agree. They're not my favorite. Remember, you had them with me. You liked them. I did them with garlic and curry and a little bit of butter. So I remember you go, oh, I don't like peas. Oh, these peas are good. See, yeah. My least favorite is lima beans, no doubt about it. I've had them once or twice that were good, but generally speaking, lima beans, man. Eek. Yeah. I'm trying to put these shows on. My dad used to say, lettuce, turnip, and pea. Okay, that's cool. Hey, John, or anybody else out there, what's your favorite? Although John might know your answer anyways, but what's your favorite Western television show when you were a kid? Because I know we grew up with, like, a lot of kids nowadays are growing up with superheroes. We grew up with cowboys and Indians, so our heroes were like John Wayne kind of guys. I used to like the Rifleman with who's the actor who played the Rifleman? Oh, what the hell's his name? The guy that played the Rifleman. He's in the tip of my tongue. Um, I don't know. I'm just weird, man. I'm gonna do a more organized show next week. But yeah, what's your favorite Western? Anybody out there? Oh yeah, I was turning Bennett on to Burton and oh, okay. Well, Bennett, I turned him on to the Otis Redding, Eric Burton stuff, man. It was cool as hell. I've been listening. Oh, by the way, the new Elvis Costello's great. By the way, I've been digging that. And me and Ben were talking about earlier today. A lot of these guys coming out with some really good music during the thing. Sky King, the Flying. I like that. I don't remember that one, John. Sky King, the Flying Cowboy. I'll tell you what my favorite comedy western is. You might have seen this one, John. It's called. I checked that out. How to Support Your Local Sheriff with James Garner. That was excellent. Jack Elam, James Garner. That is a funny ass movie. How to Support Your Local Sheriff. There was a second part of it, part 2, called How to Support Your Local Gunfighter, which wasn't as funny. But How to Support Your Local Sheriff with James Garner. Excellent, really funny ass movie. What else is going on, guys? Hee-haw. Hee-haw was weird as fuck. Although they would do these terrible redneck jokes with this mix up with this great music. So I get, I didn't totally hate the show. It was a weird ass show. That show lasted like 20 years, dude. That show was on for years and years and years. Yeah. Where are you tonight? Why'd you leave me here all alone? Oh, I don't know, John. Oh, yeah. What are you most worried about? Okay, I'll ask you guys. Lawrence already answered the COVID. So is it loneliness, Trump, COVID, depression, a world without potatoes? Like, what are we worried about? I'll show you my last hand of the evening, but I also want to keep going a little bit longer, not much. But I promise you next week I'll do some Grimm fairy tales. I have a bunch of Sid Yiddish stuff to do. I don't know if Sid's out there or not. But I apologize I'm such a weirdo. Hey, Bonnie. So, Bonnie, what's the most, I don't know what question I want to ask you. What is the best thing a stranger has ever done for you? What is the nicest thing a stranger has ever done for you? I like the Grand Ole Opry. I like some of the stuff at the Grand Ole Opry. With George Jones, Emmylou Harris. So, what was the nicest thing a stranger has ever done for you? The list is killing me. Oh, what is the nicest? The list is killing me. So, what's your favorite kind of potato? And what's the nicest thing a stranger has ever done for you? What is the nicest thing a stranger has ever done for you? And I'll show you my last painting of the night soon. Mm. Bought me a tank of gas and no, Madeline. Actually, the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you was me being a stranger and then becoming a friendship. But yes, a tank of gas and lunch is awesome. Oh, someone who stayed a stranger. That's a different kind of question. I like that too. It's like, what's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you that stayed a stranger? That's a good one. Me, I was driving home drunk one night, which I know I should never have done, and some guy got behind me and beeped his horn and asked me where I was going, and he drove me home, so I didn't get complete caught by the police or in a bad car accident, and I never saw him again. So Steve, Lyndon, what's the nicest strange? Ah, that's cool. What's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you? That stayed a stranger. Ah, la 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 la. You guys are sweet. Yeah, again, tonight's beer, pass blue ribbon. Hey, Steve. Steve's the hand man. Hey, Steve, I want to show you my newest hand painting. And I've already started working on the new one. Mm. I'm thinking of instant mashed potatoes. Oh, instant mashed potatoes. Yeah, they're good. If you, in a pinch, no pun intended. In a pinch, instant mashed potatoes are good. But in reality, although different situation, mashed potatoes are great. I like them with garlic and mashed potatoes. I'm baking a potato right now in the oven as I do this show. I love potatoes. I need a beer and mashed potatoes. That's perfect. Yeah, that's an awesome meal right there. A little carbohydrates. Okay, here's my newest of my hand paintings, and I'm already working on another one. I have some new ones showing up soon, which I haven't started working on yet. But this is my newest hand painting. I want you to see this one. If you can see it clearly enough. This is called a face full of a face full of a handful of faces. You see that? That's a handful of faces. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Can you see the little faces all through the hand? There's little faces in the hand. Cool. Yeah, look, all right. Great for weight loss. Yeah, I know. We all got the COVID belly. I got the COVID belly. I got the COVID belly and lack of hair. And by the way, just in case you guys are curious, I know you're wrong and right, but I am not wearing any pants right now. Nice fans on the ones who missed me. Well, yeah. Thank you, by the way, Madeline. That's awesome. But I'm like just trying to like have a conversation, and I'm in my room, and it's lonely and weird because you're looking at my own face, my own balding head and shit. Yeah, I like that, John. Talk to the head. But I'm working on a new one, so I'm gonna have right, left, right, left. Then I got some new ones. I got some larger canvases to work on after that. Then I'm gonna go back to the hands. I'm loving the hands thing for some reason. I don't know. Thanks, Bonnie. The shaved head. Yeah, I like it. I need a shaved Cena. You don't need to know about the well, because you know me too well. You know, it's like redundant with you. I'm telling you to say you already knew that about me, dude. Put some pants on. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Steve. I like the one you inspired too, though, dude. That's up there. I can't see it right now, but the one with the weird uh, sperms and the colors and the heads and shit. I like that one a lot. Steve inspires me as a painter and as a human, as a friend. So thank you very much. That's cool. Thank you for saying that, dude. I love your stuff, man. This is called the COVID. We should have a group showing called the COVID Collection. The COVID Collection by Steve Lyndon and James Gauthier. Welcome to the COVID Collection. How's everybody doing, man? You guys scared about the? I asked earlier. Are you scared about the election? I am. You can have John actually, because I do stuff where I'm doing. I don't want to tell you the creature I'm doing. I'm doing a creature now, right now that doesn't have hands. But I like that idea, John. I would do that. Are you thinking of, dare I say, a turtle hand? Have you, by the way, John, your whole life, you ever eaten a turtle? I know you're not your turtles, but have you ever eaten turtle? Like turtle soup, as an example. And I'm not recommending it. I'm just curious if you ever have. Did I ever tell you a story about the time that I bought a raw chicken at a Korean butcher, and I took it home, and the chicken still had its head attached and its feet attached, and it kind of freaked me out at first. But then I wanted to wait So I got my nephew to come home. He was like 3. So I said, "Hey, check this out." And I pulled the head out from her, the cavity, the body cavity, and I freaked him out because I wanted him to know, man, it's okay to be a vegetarian or not, but if you aren't a vegetarian, know these things are real creatures. Like know they're living beings. Now I'm not going to get into the philosophy of eating them or not eating them, but you should definitely respect that they exist. They're not just in the grocery store in plastic wrapping. Hey, what is this key? Can you guys guess the key of this? I'm gonna do this for a second. Ape, monkey hand. I've eaten frog. Ape, monkey hand. Monkey. You've eaten a monkey hand? Question. I've eaten frog legs too. The old joke. They taste like chicken. Well, frog legs actually do taste like chicken. I've had frog legs. There's a really famous restaurant in Hammond, Indiana that specializes in frog legs. But it's weird seeing all the frogs without their legs and the wheels rolling around them. Oh yeah, I've eaten chicken. Chicken. Okay, what key is this one? That's enough. I can't play that. I haven't played that much. You just built chicken. You and Ozzy Osbourne. So what else is going on, guys? You guys watching any of these like weird sports without the audience? I've been watching some of that. It's kind of a weird distraction. I mean, sports is a distraction, anyways. And you guys know, like during the Depression in the '30s, most of the films were like completely like fantasy films to get people away from the Depression. It's like all those great Fred Astaire films were made during the heart of the Depression, that people wanted to escape from the Depression. Like there's very few movies made about the Depression during the Depression. Although Madeline I'll recommend a great one, My Man Godfrey, with William Powell and not Myrna Loy, Carol Lombard, the great Carol Lombard and William Powell, and we called My Man Godfrey, which is a great movie about the Depression during the Depression. Um, Thanks, John. I haven't done that in a while, dude. I used to play it all the time. So yeah, it's another day, right? You guys want to ask me a question or something before we get out of here? But thanks for sticking with me tonight because I know we had some technical problems earlier. Thanks for Lawrence and Madeline and John, whoever else is tuning in. Thank you for that. I know I've had some weird. Yeah, we could, John. I want to get a COVID test soon, so I need to get out, man. I miss going out really fucking bad. Mm. But I know a lot of people do, so I can't. I'm not alone on that. So that's why I feel a little less lonely knowing I'm not alone on that. Like I said, I'm baking a potato as we speak. I'll have some more grim fairy tales next week. I'm just worried about this election, and I'm worried about my country and our country. Uh, you know, I'm glad, and I'm confident that not Bennett, but Biden's going to win. But I'm not 100% confident. Thanks, John. Yeah, yeah, we miss you. We did the show every Sunday, John. Jimmy's Potpourri. We did a good job on that show. I still remember every time we had that baby on the show. Jeez. What was her last name again? Magoo, not Magoo. I got it. You told me the name. You wrote the name down. The last name of the girl that had the baby on the show. I can't remember her name right now. Magoo. I can't remember. But we have it on Jimmy's Potpourri on Mixcloud. The baby being born during John and I's show. That was a weird fucking morning, dude. That was scary and fun. You know. Yeah, we live. I know that's right. I had such a boring dream a couple weeks ago that I felt my dream was a reprieve from the insanely scary world we live in right now. So I had this dream about buying underwear and socks, and no fairy princess showed up or no naked salesperson. Yeah, so it was like, what the fuck? Yeah, man, we live in a Grimm's fairy tale. You're right. Yeah. Oh, I know. What was the baby's last name, John? You remember McGurk? Potpourri McGurk. I think it was Mrs. McGurk. That was a mess, though, man. But that was. Although, John, the show must go on. We kept the show going, so that was important. Um, I'm gonna say goodbye now. It's been a weird show because of the technical problems at the beginning. Um, I'm having a hard time playing the kazoo for some reason. That's better. That's a gift from my friend John, my old co-host there at Jimmy's Potpourri. Um, those shows are still on Mixcloud, by the way. McGurk, that's right. Potpourri McGurk. Yeah, I remember. That's right. That was a tough, cool morning, John. But you know what's funny? We never went off air. We did the whole show. You know, so she's like 2 years old now, 2.5. That's how old we are, John. Little baby and stuff. Mm. Once again, I want to thank whoever tuned in. Yeah. I know, it's fantastic. The baby getting born. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. We came through, buddy. We came through. You know, crazy homeless people having babies. I remember one morning I walked into the station and one of our co-DJs was butt naked in the station. Butt fucking naked in the station at like 8:45 in the morning. And I gotta tell you something, I wasn't prepared for that. That's kind of frightened me a little bit. I'm not gonna name names, but you know, he knows who he is. Um, thanks for tuning in, Madeline Bonnie Oaklander. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, right, John. You know what? I'll do that better, John. I'll get better at it. And I got one more. We're gonna do some more Grimm next week on fairy tales. And don't forget to vote. And don't forget to care. And don't forget to try what you can to love, whatever that means. And thanks for tuning into my weird, no preparation show tonight. And next week I'll do some more preparation. And if you can. Yes, to quote my co-host of Jimmy's Potpourri, stay out of the news. By the way, if you forget what I look like, this is me. This is the real me. This is the real me. Have a great evening, everybody. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Or happy as you can get. Enjoy yourselves when you can. And enjoy. Don't remember, a world without potatoes is a world not worth living in. So remember that. To all my Irish and German and lovely friends out there, a world without potatoes is a world not worth living in. So long live the potato. Take care of yourselves. Like once again, this is my dad. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay healthy, hands clean. Tune in next week and hopefully one of any computer glitches. And check out the new Elvis Costello. Check out the new Bob Dylan, of course. And that's about it. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry it was a weird night. Peace, everybody. Good night, Madeline. Good night, John. Good night, whoever else might be tuning in. Stay beautiful, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week. Take care. Peace.